Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government to launch 500 billion naira initiative to boost food security. Kogi State government trains 10,000 health workers to combat malnutrition. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom, 27 other countries call for immediate end to Gaza war. And in sport, Super Falcons captain Rashida Tajibade assures of team's readiness for 2024 WAFCON game against South Africa. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State government is set to launch a 500 billion naira produce for Lagos off-taker program to boost food security, affordability and strengthen agro-partnerships. Speaking at a press briefing ahead the unveiling, Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, emphasized that Lagos, despite being one of sub-Saharan Africa's economic powerhouses, grapples with limited landmass for agricultural production, which makes interstate collaboration essential. According to Olusoya, the Produce for Lagos initiative to be officially unveiled on Wednesday comprises 4 pillars designed to reform the state's food supply ecosystem in commitment to building resilient, sustainable food systems by leveraging partnerships with other states and the private sector. Olusoya said over 3 billion naira worth of agricultural produce had already been transacted through various aggregation hubs in the state, highlighting the immense potential for organized food distribution in the state.
We have been working ardently towards a more food secure Lagos, and we know for us to have a food secure Lagos, we can't do it alone. We understand our place in the value chain of food as the market for sub-Saharan Africa, and we know that as a reason of the small geographical size that we occupy in the landmass of Nigeria, we would need to collaborate both internally and externally.
She announced that other support schemes to include the 750 million naira Traders Money Initiative targeted at market women and small-scale food traders. The event had in attendance the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho. The Lagos State government says it is scaling up emergency medical responses to meet the rising demand for trauma care across the state. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Olusegun Ogboye, gave the assurance at a media engagement forum organized by the ministry to spotlight the Lagos State Ambulance Service, Lasambos, with real-life testimonials from beneficiaries whose lives were saved by the agency's swift response. Ogboye said the forum tagged Lasambos, highlighting impact, improving and sustaining response, was organized to build public trust in pre-hospital emergency care and raise awareness about the free services provided by Lasambos. He appealed to residents to always give way to ambulances, stressing that every second counts in an emergency.
During the day, Lasambos ambulances operate out of the ambulance points. This is so that they can be nearer the people. Many of you probably have seen the ambulance point on Third Mainland Bridge. There's another one just at the turning of there where the former toll gate used to be. We just launched one in Agege again recently. So they're all across the state. So when a call comes to the call center, it is relayed to the ambulance at the ambulance point. Like I said, the points are there to reduce travel time.
In her remarks, the Deputy Director of Nursing and Lasambos representative, Rashida Saka, joined beneficiaries in thanking the state government for strengthening emergency and trauma care. Meanwhile, some beneficiaries of the Lagos State Ambulance Service, Lasambos, have shared stories of survival, attributing their second chance to the swift intervention of the emergency service.
I fell down from a bus at the other side of the bridge. So I don't know the people that are calling the 112. So I just met myself inside the ambulance. And I asked, what's the problem? They say, I couldn't know anything. So that's how I just benefit from them. I thank the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and and the Lasambos entire staff.
Ambulance immediately we called them. In fact, before we even open our eyes, they took the boy to the general hospital. When we got there, they stood by me until they admitted the boy. It was when they admitted the boy, they now said they can leave. And to come with the glory, I tried to give them something they did not take us.
Our health correspondent Adirayo Iduolaya reports that so far this year, Lasambos has attended to 2,944 emergency cases. The All Progressives Congress APC has called on all media to prioritize truth, accuracy, and professionalism in national discourse. Lagos APC spokesperson Sheye Oladejo stated this over a recent statement by the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, which claimed that no patriotic Nigerian will vote for APC in 2027. Oladejo described the comment as misleading, divisive, and insulting to millions of Nigerians who continue to support the party, noting that the party insists that true patriotism transcends party affiliations and lies in a shared commitment to national unity, peace, and progress. He highlighted the party's achievements in infrastructure, digital transformation, agricultural development, and social investment programs as proof of its dedication to national growth. In a separate statement, the party condemned the recent spread of false and misleading information by an online influencer and media personality regarding the purported rejection of a federal government appointment by Mohammed Babangida. This comes after both figures shared reports suggesting that Babangida had rejected a federal appointment on political grounds, a claim the APC has dismissed as entirely false. Oladejo said the report is not only inaccurate, but also a deliberate attempt to sow discord, mislead the public, and discredit the government of President Bola Tinubu. He noted that the party demands apologies from the duo for their professional misconduct and an act capable of defaming the federal government. Now to the rest of the stories. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo has unveiled the training of 10,000 health workers across the state as part of a broad initiative to combat acute malnutrition among children and vulnerable members of the population. Ododo, who stated this during the official launch of the training of trainers on integrated management of acute malnutrition, reiterated his administration's commitment to improving maternal and child health outcomes through sustainable nutritional interventions. According to the governor, the training forms part of a strategic effort to equip frontline health workers, community volunteers, storekeepers, and other relevant personnel with the knowledge and tools needed to identify, treat, and prevent malnutrition in all parts of the state. He noted that the first 100 days of a child's life from conception to the age of 2 are critical in determining long-term health and cognitive development, stressing that timely nutritional support during this period can be life-saving. The federal government has partnered with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, to tackle malnutrition emergency in Sokoto State. A high-level delegation from UNICEF, the European Union, Médecins Sans Frontières, and the federal government arrived in Sokoto to advocate for urgent intervention and increased funding. European Union Ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Gautier Minot, has also commended the state's efforts and reiterated the European Union's resolve to support vulnerable children, especially those facing life-threatening malnutrition. The delegation, which was led by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Nantewa Yowata, said the mission is to galvanize support for tackling the alarming rise of severe acute malnutrition in the state. Yowata lauded the collaboration between the state and humanitarian partners and stressed the need for durable solutions rooted in local capacity. Now to foreign news. The United Kingdom and 27 other countries have called for an immediate end to the war in Gaza, where they say the suffering of civilians has reached new depths. A joint statement says Israel's aid delivery model is dangerous and condemns what it calls the drip feeding of aid and the inhumane killing of civilians seeking food and water. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry said more than 100 Palestinians were killed by Israeli fire while waiting for food over the weekend, and that 19 others died as a result of malnutrition. Israel's foreign ministry rejected the country's statement, saying it is disconnected from reality and sends the wrong message to Hamas. The ministry accused the armed group of spreading lies and undermining aid distribution rather than agreeing to a new ceasefire and hostage release deal. In our sports, Super Falcons captain Rasheedat Ajibade says the team will fight hard to secure a place in the final of the 2024 and 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Justine Madugu's side will take on Bayana of South Africa in the semi-final fixture at the Labi Zuli Stadium, Casablanca, today. The Super Falcons have impressed with their discipline with 3 group wins, 4 goals scored, none conceded, and a commanding 5-0 quarterfinal demolition of Zambia. Ajibade noted that the Super Falcons have a proud history of making it to the semi-finals of every WAFCON tournament. She said it is always important for the team to play in the big games. That is on news at 10. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women residents in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government is set to launch a 500 billion naira Produce for Lagos off-taker program to boost food security, affordability, and strengthen agro-partnerships. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo has unveiled the training of 10,000 health workers across the state as part of a broad initiative to combat acute malnutrition among children and vulnerable members of the population. We also told you that the United Kingdom and 27 other countries have called for an immediate end to the war in Gaza, where they say the suffering of civilians has reached new depths. And in sports, Super Falcons captain Rasheedat Ajibade has assured the team will fight hard to secure a place in the final of the 2024-2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.